What's up guys, and welcome back to WBC Builds, and welcome to the July edition of our server update tour. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you guys around showing you some new faces, some new towns, and also some new blocks. That's right, we've got 1.16 on the server now, so we're going to experimenting with what we can do with all of these new blocks. Anyway guys, let's jump on into the video. Going to give you guys a good old tour. So I find myself here in the first new town on the server, and that is Sabri, built by Mr. Goose. He is from America and building within a beautiful English style with a slight bit of European influence. So Sabri is this beautiful little sort of town behind me. I say town, we've got a collection of 4 buildings here. Come on Goose, what's going on? No, don't say that, don't listen to me. He's been working so hard building a railway line, we'll get onto that in a second. But these houses are beautiful, I love them, really nice little bits of detail around the windows, love the use of trapdoors around there as well, and also the basement levels, built down to the similar sort of level that I like to build mine to, which is not all the way down, because I'm lazy. Love what you've done with the little water feature here, and how you've got the glass spewing out a bit of water, really nice effect, copper statues, perfect. So Goose, cannot wait to see what comes of Sabri. Obviously this is desiring a tour at one point in the future, and yeah, so great stuff. Now coming on down here a little bit towards the railway line, which I just mentioned, you can see it here. This is beautiful. So him and another new builder called Carter have been building this railway line between their towns. Now they own a sort of bay, and this railway line goes around the bay and goes through mountains and all sorts of little foothills. Now Carter, I know, has been building a spiral tunnel, we'll get onto that in a second, but for Goose, he has built this beautiful train coming out of this tunnel. Love the portal. What's the name of the train? Oh, the Gherkin Express. I see, they seem to have gained sentience and made a train. Anyway, yes, the smoke coming out of the chimney, great use of glass. Glass always looks good for this, and the texturing and detail around here is just perfect. Now if we go on for a tunnel, I think we're going to come up to a bit more of the railway infrastructure, and that is correct. Look at this, he's built himself a little signal box, and not just that, a little garden around it. And we can see the man himself is building a little carrot patch. Hey there friend, how's it going? This is looking great, man. So well done, good job. Oh, give me a carrot. Thank you. I'm gonna munch on that now. Infinitely forever. So anyway, let's not destroy his place. I see he's taking some influence from the one in Hampton, and already within minutes of upgrading to the server, we now have some Blackstone in here. So Goose, you are the first person I've seen to use the new blocks on the server. You get yourself a little certificate for that. Anyway, let's carry on around this railway line. I'll show you guys what Carter's been up to as well. So Carter comes to us from Canada, and so far he has just been building the railway line around here. And I'm not going to lie, it looks great. Obviously this doesn't. This is just a mess of wool and stairs. But you come up here and you can see all these little viaducts they've built, and little bridges as well, which is just perfect. Lovely stuff. Now, he has gone for this really nice Canadian sort of feel around here, but obviously within the 19th century still, so it works quite nicely. But what you can see in front of me now is a train that is curved. I've never seen a train so curvy before. But under here, you've got the tunnel, how it goes in that way, comes all the way back round and out the other side, just increasing the distance so you can actually get up there with a bit of gradient. We're going to fly through here at high speed, but you can see the texturing in the walls. Incredible. I am so happy you guys have come to this server. You're going to make a great impact on us here. But yeah, amazing stuff, Carter. Now your town is further off over in this direction, but you haven't actually built anything in it yet. I think it's called like Llewellyn Wood or something like that. Gone for quite a nice hard name for me to pronounce. I know you said you did that on purpose, so again, thank you for that. Now let's move on over to the third town of the new builders, and that is the town of Brookville, built within the American style. So here we are in Brookville. Obviously not much has been done here either just yet. The new builder has been working quite hard on it. He comes across from actually a project he's building himself on, I believe, console version of Minecraft, so again, he's quite dedicated there. But this is going to be the start of the entirety of the new American district. I want to build an entire country based around 19th and early 20th century American buildings. So if any of you guys build in that style, please come over to our Discord, link down below in the description, and join us, and also just apply. We want some more of you guys on here so we can get this place going. I want to add a few buildings to this myself. Recently I've been doing some Second Empire houses, and it's got me quite interested in the American Victorian style. Anyway, so this is all we got to show you of the new builders. It's time to jump on over to the rest of the server and show you guys what else people have been up to. So you find me here standing quite precariously on the middle of these two little swing bridges in the Passford Basin dock of Hampton. So this is what I've been working on recently, and it's an area of town I started maybe about 6-7 months ago when I released episode 3 of my Let's Build Hampton series. Again, if you haven't seen that, I don't know why you're here, but anyway, if you haven't seen that, go check it out, and you can see how this place has developed over the last few months. So I actually have been working on another project around Hampton, and it's the little Hamlet of Sway. We'll go have a look at that in 2 seconds, but for now, let's breathe in all the atmosphere of this place. You know, looking at it from this direction, because right behind me is absolutely nothing. And what brought this on is the fact I wanted to bring the canal round and build it properly. So originally we had the canal going around here and then bending back round on itself all the way down here past the snow golem. What? Okay. Anyway, so the canal is going to go off this way and now towards the town of Lymouth, which is something me and MSBuilds will be building later on in our sort of careers. But yes, I really like how this turned out. I'm really quite happy with it. Later on, I'm going to be building some more buildings along here, which will be reminiscent of the quayside in Lymington. So look out for that, guys. May even be streaming that in the future. And we've got this lovely warehouse down here now, which helps bring this area to life. You've got a nice little walk next to, so Canal Walk is this road I'm standing on. And down here now, you've got this nice little area where it's quite not planned out, let's say. So these buildings were built a lot later than this warehouse was, and you've got this nice little alleyway and how these buildings look like they've sort of been trapped here. And I think that just adds to the industrial area of this. There is a lot of tidying up that is required. I will get around to that later on, so don't you worry, guys. In other news in Hampton, I have not really been doing too much apart from destroying stuff I've already built. So I filled in this whole lake here and added some new roads in. Stopped at the end of the high street at the avenue. I'll be carrying down Passford Way onto what will become known as Sutton Road, and that will obviously lead off to the new town of Sutton, which will be starting very soon. I say that as a sort of very soon to build a little bit of hype. I'm not sure when. August is kind of the idea, but we'll get round to that later on. Anyway, the only other thing I've been doing is stripping out this bit of land here, getting ready to put a few more houses in, and just making this area a bit more usable. So that is Hampton for you guys. Nothing too much going on here, but we will get some more episodes of Let's Build Hampton now in the future. So let's jump on over to the little Hamlet of Sway, where I've been working on a monument for my recent series of Minecraft monuments. So here we are in the small little Hamlet of Sway with the giant tower looming over the landscape. So I built this for a new series I started called Minecraft Monuments, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. This is a local landmark to myself, so it was quite fun to do, and you can just get some really nice views of it. I made so many renders with this place. But if you guys want to see a full video and a little showcase of that, I recently put one out over on the channel, so go check that one out. It's really quite a nice little time lapse. But we've got this whole big manor house here, a prototype tower of this concrete tower here, and a few other little buildings that MSBuilds helped me out with, and a few other little ones here I built myself. So this is at Warp Sway. It's a beautiful little place, and yeah, I had a really good time building this. Obviously, it directed a lot of my efforts away from Hampton, so that's why I haven't been doing too much there, especially the museum I promised you guys for 2,000 subscribers. So yeah, moving on, let's go see what MSBuilds has been up to, because he's actually the one controlling the server right now with the amount of builds he's doing. So we find ourselves here looking up at the church tower of Kessel, a small little village on the outskirts of Hambridge that MSBuilds has just built within the time I built nothing. I don't know how he does this, he just plops them up. Now, through the trees over here, you can see what is known as the Maltings. Now the Maltings is a large industrial complex. That is where they actually make the barley into malt so they can make beer out of it. Great stuff, and we'll come back to this in the future for a full-on showcase because there is so much to see here. But I'll show you my favourite bit right now. This is a passenger train that has to travel through here on the branch line from Hambridge to Lymouth because it was cheaper to build it through the Maltings than it was to build it around it. Do you know what, that is so like Victorian and so engineering that it just makes me really smile. So he's also been building a brand new town of Lenston, which is this big industrial town just south of Brookley, which is a small little village we'll be building within the Great Birch Forest soon. And what you can see here is loads of poppy fields and wheat fields, which he's added to the landscape just to make it feel a bit more English, a bit more rustic. But yeah, there's a whole village over here of Kessel. It's beautiful. He has been so busy. So let's see what he's been working on recently, this new industrial town of Lenston. Let's warp on over there now. So I see he's following the protocol of putting the warp at a train station if it has one. And man, look at this place. It's beautiful. So already he has just added this industrialness to it. It's got this huge railway yard with the big sidings. I think there's going to be some sort of gas works or something in here. Love the looper track, and love how there's another looper track that goes off behind those buildings there. Not sure where to yet, but he's been so busy. I just wish I had the sort of motivation to just build like this. What I love is the canopy here with the crenellations on it, because this is what you find at train stations, and it's a really nice little feature. We've got more out here on the actual main road. Love the sidings with the big doors, and then we've got the train station there. Now this, I think, is the police station, and he built it on based on a real life building, and we've seen the picture of it, and it has got these really, really tall chimneys. Yes, it is the police station. Got the blue light out the front. I think if we look around these fields, we may even be able to find him somewhere. He's not too far from the server most of the time, so I'm sure we'll get on to finding him around this corner. Oh, there he is. MSBuilds looking fabulous in his flat cap, building away at another house. So thanks, mate, for actually building so much on the server. You're bringing it to life. You're doing us so much good. I can't possibly build as good as you are. So let's go take you guys around the rest of the server and just show off a few other little bits and bobs. Nothing's been happening in Portmore or Offenburg or even Rensgate recently, so we'll leave those ones out for now. But I believe Dweebs is actually on the server and has been working on something recently, so let's go take a look at that. So here we are at the Gherkin Mine. This is a huge mining complex that Dweebs has been building, and I'm in love with it again. Do you know what? There's nothing on the server I don't like. Everyone's been working so hard and putting so much effort into it. It's turning out really nicely. So you can see here it's sitting on the edge of the Great Birch Forest, and we've got this huge industrial complex going on. I think he's been building into it as well. Oh man, I forgot about this. The water wheel he's got going on here is really, really nice. If we go on inside, you'll be able to see the actual workings of that. But I think he's got himself a little mine. This is the main mine shaft down here. Oh my god, this is what? Oh yeah, that was it. He told me, he was on Discord and went, I've actually found a ravine right underneath the mine. And I was like, no way have you. So we've got this big ravine under here, but this is great. Dweebs, you are actually really good at this. Please come back and build more. I know I know Portmore needs you at some point, but let's go take a look inside quickly. I think there was some, yes, look at this all. Like the actual machinery for it in here. It looks so good. So Dweebs, thank you. You've added a really nice little bit to this world. We need more industry like this because this is what the Victorian era is all about. So thank you. Right, let's jump on over to what Laurie's been doing, which is the new town of Digby. So this is the new town of Digby. You can see he's actually planned out pretty much every single road. This isn't right. This isn't how you do it, is it? This is probably something I should be doing, where I plan out all the roads first. And what's this little symbols for stuff? Is that a castle? Another church? Maybe another church? I can see over here we've already got a church. But excellent stuff. I love all the angles already and the details in this church. Oh my god, it's beautiful. So listening to him in Discord, he was saying he based the main part on Coventry Cathedral, because I sent a picture the other day in the chat with Coventry Cathedral in it, just saying how it's no longer there really. But it looks great, and I've just noticed here, this again looks beautiful. It feels like it's a Lego set with the colorings and the details to it, but that's a really neat way of using trapdoors I've just noticed here as the sort of beams on there. So great stuff. I can't wait to see how this place is going. I know you've got your town of Churchill, but this one looks really nice. Digby is going to be a really good town. So let's jump on over to Tynemouth and see what Koala has been up to. So since we were last here in Tynemouth, I think Koala has added a few new buildings to it. He's upgraded the sailing club from the building it was before to this really nice little French influence building here with this mansard roof. And now we've got 1.16 on. I'm sure he can come back and add a bit of Blackstone to it. Lovely little garden around here again. And yes, a whole new area of town has been built. This little block of houses and streets, again, beautiful stuff. It's really coming together. You've got the style sort of on the go here. These buildings look great. I love these smaller Georgian buildings like this. And you've got a few more around here as well. And then this was the view I liked. So you sent a picture in our Discord of this, and it's lovely when you have trees on one side, a nice wall down the other side, and then you've got this lovely car here as well, designed by yourself. Yeah, this is designed by Cask. Yes. So we're going to see what he's been up to as well, but it's a lovely little car. So Adam's been up to building a bit more over in his town of Kingsbridge, which I think he's been building a crescent there. So let's go take a quick look at that. So here we are in front of the Royal Crescent of Bath. It looks just like it, doesn't it? So he's done the same sort of idea as I had, but he's executed it so much better than I did. He even did some proper maths. I just went on the back of an actual curve put out here in World Edit. He's gone through and designed this perfectly well. The colour scheme is better than mine, and it's perfect. So I can't wait for you to finish this off and place this in the world, because the more crescents we have, the better it is. So behind me, if I turn around, we will see the beginnings of, there it is, the cathedral. Based on Gloucester Cathedral, it's stunning. The texturing in the walls is just enough to really give you this idea that it's not one big solid colour, and the details around the windows are incredible. Now I can see around here as well, we got some Tudor houses. This one here is based on the Tudor house in Southampton. Funnily enough, I've been to the real one, and I also was building something similar to this in survival when I was playing that as well. So it's great to see it here in creative, and just you've given it a good touch to it. What's all this here? Oh, you're going to base out your whole town with all of this? Great stuff. So I think we've got a few other little bits over here. You've gone for this nice gothic entrance and a few more of these houses. But yeah, it's great. And this on the ground was the old church, I think, where that was it. It was the old church that's been replaced by this big old cathedral here. So great start. I can't wait to see a bit more of this. Oh, you got some other little bits and bobs floating up in the sky over here. Lovely little townhouse, aircraft, and a few cars. Excellent. So I think we're going to jump back over to Wolverhampton and wrap this video up. Oh, I've just noticed that bus. Oh, mate, that's beautiful. So we've got one more town to go see, and that is the town of Brennus. I think that's how you say it. I was corrected after last time. So Limbo has been building that. Let's go have a look and see what he has been up to. So you see to spawn inside this. I'm not sure what this is all about. There's definitely something going on here. But yes, so we're back here in Brennus, and I think Limbo has actually been reorganising a lot of buildings. The church is now round the other way. No, it was round this way when we were last here. There is some more going... Oh no, it has been flipped around. I was going to say, the seafront was this way last time. So I think he's been adding a bit more to the coastline. But look at this. Little tram lines everywhere with the actual cables above it. Man, the details here. The details. A lovely little car again. Some statues, and there's just so much going on. And I spy down the end of this road here, the seafront. Again, more buildings that just keep adding to the feel. Love the trees, love the angles. There are so many angles. This is where we bumped into Limbo last time. He was just standing under here building this section, but as you can see, there has been so much more added since. Wow. That lighthouse though, and the seafront, it's all looking great. This has given me such good inspiration for when I start building my seaside town of Sutton, which is actually just going to be up the coast from here. But yeah, so breathe all that in. I like this building. It definitely could use some chimneys, but I think it looks great as it sort of has that really nice pedimented front. And we've got some more statues out the front here. Love it. There is something, it feels very Nice-like here as well, actually. A little sail ship, and let's go have a look at this tower over here. Lovely little lighthouse. Love the texturing in it. And then you've got a prismarine roof and even the light up here. Oh, that is some details there. Absolutely incredible. And this is one of those sort of crosses. There's quite a few of these around the server already. You can definitely see some more of these in Rensgate. But no, honestly, great stuff, Limbo. Really, really impressed with how this town's coming along. So let's go back to Wolverhampton, wrap up this server tour, and then we can see you guys next month. So that has been July's edition of the server update tour. What incredible stuff we've got going on at the moment. Some new builders and new towns. I cannot wait to see what comes out of that, especially in the next couple of months for these server update videos. So as I mentioned earlier on, I will be starting my new town of Sutton, hopefully within the next couple of months. Now, Wolverhampton will come to an end, but it won't finish up completely. There'll be more and more added to it over the coming years anyway. But I would like to just get a few more episodes out for the Let's Build Wolverhampton series before I completely put it to bed. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon for another one of these server updates. Check out some of my other content if you want to see some more of what's going on with the server and what I've been building. So guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.